What's up, folks? It's DJ CEO, and welcome to The Loop. It's the second installment, brand new podcast I've created to pretty much educate people on culture, entertainment culture at large. But in the beginning, right now, I'm just focusing on my DJs because I'm a DJ and I have a high respect for my culture, right? So today's episode is about DJ's responsibility. Just like the last episode when I did a DJ's purpose, I'm breaking it down to four major parts, and I'm going to touch on each part, give you a couple of jewels you can take home and sit with you, right? So the four elements I'm going to deal with today, as far as the DJ's responsibility, is one, doing your homework, two, breaking new music, three, respecting other DJs, and four, defending the culture, all right? So let's get started. We're going to start with doing your homework. And doing your homework pretty much is just another way of saying respect the culture, respect your craft. It's very important that you know the history of what you're doing and where it comes from, because this didn't come as a ready-made thing. This ain't new. You ain't created. I didn't create it. Your homie ain't created. DJing has been around for a very, very, very long time. There's been a lot of people that have come before us that have made amazing innovations that help progress the culture. Like, so if you don't know who Grandmaster DST is, you don't know who Grandmaster Flash is, Kool Herc, Cash Money, Grand Wizard Theodore, Jazzy Jeff, Scratch, all these people, if you don't know who these people are, it's being disrespectful to your craft and your culture, because you didn't understand, like a long time ago, DJs didn't have slip mats. Grandmaster Flash invented the slip mat, which makes it a lot easier for you to cut and scratch and backspin for those of us that are still using vinyl. For those of you using controllers, this might sound crazy to you, but you should still know this anyway, right? So you need to know your history. It's important, because it's only going to make you better and give you a better appreciation of what you do in your craft, right? Also, you need to know your craft, right? So that's really respecting the culture, is knowing your craft, knowing how to blend. If you're going to be a turntablist, knowing how to cut and scratch, or even if you're a party rocker and knowing how to cut and scratch, because there are party rockers who are terrible turntablists, and they can't cut and scratch and beat juggle to save their life. And then there's turntablists who are horrendous at party rocking, and because they require two different approaches. There's two different animals of this DJ culture. And the really great DJs are right in the middle. They know how to do both, right? Those are the DJ Jazzy Jeffs of the world. Those are the DJ Scratches who have amazing routines, and Scratch Bastard and people like that. So know your craft and figure out what your strength is, right? Figure out if you're going to be a turntablist, if you're going to be a party rocker, if you're going to be an all-around great DJ, kind of figure that out. But you need to know your craft in order to do that. And this goes into the last part of the DJ's responsibility as far as doing your homework is studying music. You need to study music. Studying music encompasses a bunch of things. One is studying the genres and how they're played. If you're going to be a dancehall DJ, if you're going to be a hip-hop DJ, if you're going to be EDM DJ, or a new disco DJ, a house DJ, right? They're all played differently, so you need to study the music and how it's played, right? Because hip-hop and dancehall is quick. It's quick. You move through it quick. House music, EDM, disco, the songs are longer. They let the songs play longer. The blends are longer. But you need to kind of study the music to know that. You also need to study the music, especially when it comes to like hip-hop, where there's more opportunity to be creative and play off words and things of that nature. Know like the entire song from back to front. How many bars before the verse starts in the beginning? How many bars in the chorus? We're not talking about DJ edit stuff that you can download from DJ pools. Like, just know the song. How is this song created? How is it built out? Is there a bridge? All these things are going to help you better be creative when you do your blends and your cuts and your scratches or your beat juggling. And in turn, all this is going to do is make you a better DJ. So it's very important to study music. And studying music leads me to the second element, and that's breaking new music. So when you break new music, right, you have to study. You have to study who's coming out. You need to always be on the hunt for new artists, refreshing artists, because we're always going to play the popular stuff, but the really, really dope DJs break new music. That's what DJs used to do all the time, and it was important. It was an honor to break a hot new record or introduce a record that nobody's ever heard of that may not be from a hot artist, but it's something that people should hear and should know. You have to study the music in order to break new artists. There's amazing artists out there that are not on the radio. And I'm not asking you to do a 20, 30-minute set, with artists and music nobody's ever heard. But if you're doing a set and there's a new artist that has a dope song that kind of fits in whatever that set there might be, break the new artist, put it in there. You got the people vibing, they're going to vibe with you, especially when you're confident in how you go about it, right? So this kind of also goes into like studying music and breaking new music, goes into the third element, which is respecting DJs, and the first aspect of respecting DJs. If you're a DJ, you need to know what you've been hired for. Have you been hired to be an opener, a headliner, or a closer? Sometimes the opener and the closer is the same. Sometimes the headliner ends up closing. It varies. But right now, I really want to focus on the opener. If you're an opener, your job is not to play all the 20 hottest records out on the radio and on top of the charts right now. That is not your job. You're on from like 10 to maybe midnight. You're being disrespectful to the other DJs, especially the headliner, who that person's job is to go there and play all the hot new stuff and get creative with it as well. But the opener, your job is to get the crowd hyped and play just, dope music and get them fired up so like the headliner could put the sledgehammer down. But if you up there playing all the hot new records at 11, then whoever's there going to hear the same music over and over again because the headliner has to play it again. That's disrespectful to the crowd and the DJ. There's thousands of songs, music that's come out over the last 5 to 10 years that's still hot, that'll still get the crowd jumping, but just isn't current. Play those. Respect that. Because playing all the hot new music doesn't make you a dope DJ. It's how you play the music that makes you a dope DJ. You need to understand that. So openers, respect the other DJs. If you're an opener, don't play nothing new. Don't play nothing hot. It ain't gonna get you no name. It's gonna get you disrespected, and in certain rooms, it might get you punched in the mouth. Just being honest, right? So also, going on respecting other DJs, learn from other DJs. We all are inspired by each other. So if you know, there's DJs out there that you respect, that you think are really dope, go check them out, listen to them. We all borrow from each other. I'm not encouraging you to steal anybody's sets and routines. That's a very bad idea. That also can get you punched in the face. What I'm asking you to do is just go and listen and learn. It might inspire you. It might just, a light bulb might go off like, oh, I love that song. Next time I play that song, I'm going to do it with this because I like how he did that, but I'm putting my own little spin on it. Learn from other DJs. And if you have an opportunity to sit down with other DJs, talk about the craft and the culture, learn from each other. It's so important because we're all going to become better DJs if we do that. And this leads me to the last point of respecting DJs. To me, the most respect you can show with another DJ is to compete against them because you know that they are worthy of their position and you want to show them that you're worthy of your position as well. And at the end of the day, I don't care who's on the bill with me. You could be a legend or you could be an up-and-comer or whatever. When I get on, I'm going at your neck. And if you are really dope, you can't lose your follow. I can't steal your fans from you. You're always going to have your fans, but I can gain fans. And if I go hard, then you're going to go hard. So if there's people that never heard of you, you're going to gain fans as well. And most importantly, if I'm going hard at you, and that's going to make you go hard, that means the people that came to the party got the best from both of us, and that means their experience is that much better. So always compete with other DJs. We're not talking trash. It's not like, a basketball game. You don't have to say nothing. Just go hard. The other DJs are going to know what's up. Because they ain't going to want to embarrass themselves. They're going to go hard too. And everybody wins. Right? And lastly, which I think is very important, is that we have to defend the culture. Right? I'm a person, I don't subscribe to the ideology or the theory that everybody should be allowed to do everything. And we do this a lot in the Black culture. It's like always getting money. So don't, I don't want to hate because I ain't getting money. Nah. We're talking about the arts. We're talking about entertainment. We're talking about creativity. These are gifts that have been given to us by God. I do not subscribe to that. If you want a job in nightlife, you can become a promoter. You can open up your own spot. There's a million things you can do. You don't have to be a DJ. And if you don't want to be in nightlife, you just want to be a DJ because you think it's cool, like Big said, UPS is hiring. I already got a battle against actors and actresses and athletes who suck at DJing, but they get hired to DJ because they are famous and they have big names. The last thing that I'm going to do is let you come in because you think it's cool, you're trying to get girls or whatever your thing is, you think it's hip. I'm not here for it. I defend it by any means necessary. right? And another way you could defend the culture is to constantly teach. Do what I'm doing. Constantly teach and speak on the culture and what it is that we do and how we go about what we do to be really good at what we are. Because people look at DJs and all they see is the night of, and they just feel like it's all glitz and glamour, and it's not. It's a lot of hours sitting there painstakingly going through terrible music to find just that one dope song, right? Um, it's constantly practicing, trying to get your blends tight. Sometimes it's really lonely because when you go out, people don't want to be around you. They just want to use you. They're not there genuinely because they like you or appreciate you. All this you have to deal with. Sometimes it's hard to maintain relationships. It's very difficult to be a DJ. It's not easy. But as long as we continue to teach the craft and teach the culture, I feel like that will bring more respect back to the culture and we can make DJing great again. Right? That's at the end of the day, that's what we want to do, make DJing great again. I want to thank you again so much for your time checking in on the loop. This is DJ's responsibility. Said make sure you do your homework. Said make sure that you break new music, respect other DJs, and defend the culture. That's more so for the DJ. If you're a DJ, defend the culture. Don't just let anybody walk up in here and any poop come in here and just destroy the culture. All right? Respect that. As always, you can follow me on any social media platform which is available at the end of this clip. And as I always say, music is to be felt, not heard. Till next time. Peace.